Let's now talk about all of the cues that you should track as we get into this trading session. We have our research team here to prep you up for this session. Ekta, Mangalam and Abhishek are all with us now with the trade setup. Guys, a very good morning to all of you. Ekta, let me come to you first. We saw that big rally in the last hour, ending just around 20 points away from that 20K mark. How's it looking this morning?
Thanks for that. Well, yes, we were in kissing distance of that 20,000 mark. The Sensex broke above 67,500 in yesterday's trading session as well. Well, for today, we all know that the markets are going to react to that Infosys guidance cut. You did mention that the ADR was down around 8% overnight. We had HUL volumes which were lower than estimates as well. So a little bit tepid in terms of these two frontline numbers that the markets will probably take cues from. In terms of the global setup also, the US markets, it was a mixed session. Earnings continued to be in focus there. Asia is largely in the red at this point in time. So maybe the setup would be that we would probably take a little more time to get to 20,000. There could be some amount of profit booking, but we have really seen a rally in the second half of the trading session in the past couple of days, so do watch out for that. Now watch out for losses from HUL, Infosys probably being offset by banks as well as stock-specific gains in mid-caps. Remember that the Nifty bank gained over 500 points yesterday. Kotak ICICI Bank contributed the most. Mid and small cap indexes up 17% year to date. Other cues, we have Reliance, Ashok Leyland, Ultratech Cement, HDFC Life Insurance, Vedanta, which will be coming out with numbers today, so it will set the tone. Reliance will be post-markets, but the earnings will continue to be in focus as the top cues. And tomorrow we have an earnings-heavy day in terms of banks, so it seems as though Monday will be quite crucial in terms of how the markets would react to a whole host of earnings, such as Reliance as well as a whole host of banks.
All right, Ekta, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those cues. Let's also talk about some of these individual names in greater detail that Ekta was mentioning. Abhishek is here with all of the stocks that are likely to be in, in focus today. Abhishek, like Ekta was pointing out, a lot of the big earnings coming through.
Well, a lot of the big earnings coming through, and some of them have disappointed as well. So to begin with HUL, the revenue is below our poll of 15,148 crore versus our poll of 15,450 crore. Even the EBITDA is below our poll, and margin has come in at 23.2%. We were working with a margin of 23.6%. So there is pressure on profit as well, which has come in below our poll. Infosys, the revenue is higher than our poll, coming in at 37,933 crores. We were working with a number of 37,716 crore. However, net profit is below our poll, but the key part in the result was the revenue guidance, which has been cut down to 1% to 3.5% for FY24 versus earlier guidance of 4% to 7%. United Spirits X of SI's duty, the revenue has come in better than our poll, 2,172 crore of revenue versus our poll of 2,119 crore. Even the margin has come in better than our poll at 17.7%. We are working with a number of 13.8%. Coforge, the revenue and EBIT margin are way below our poll. EBIT margin is at 10.4% versus our poll of 13.4%. Even Persistent, the margin has disappointed. On the good side, Union Bank of India has reported a strong set of numbers. Return ratios are perhaps the best that you are seeing in last 8 years, aided by credit costs. Back to you.
All right, Abhishek, thanks a lot for taking us through all of those stocks. We are going to watch for all of these in today's trading session. Finally, it's over to Mangalam, who's looking at cues from the futures and options space. Mangalam, looks like the start will definitely be in the red, but take us through what we should track.
Well, the start will be in the red. Yesterday, we went within 10 points of 20,000, and looks like maybe, that date will 20,000 will be postponed. And there are three major reasons for that. One, poor results coming in from both Infosys as well as weak numbers from HUL. Secondly, we have big numbers post-market today, Reliance, and over the weekend as well, we have some of the big banks reporting their numbers. So maybe the street will take a pause. And overnight, we did see a big cut in the Nasdaq as well. Important to know that the FIIs haven't let up on this market. In fact, they bought around 3,400 crores in the cash market. They bought almost 1,000 crores in index futures as well. But there are a few data points that suggest that the market was already overheated and in need of a bit of a cool-off. And that's because the FII long positions, the net longs, have crossed that 1 lakh mark. Apart from that, we saw the India VIX, despite the market surging, move near the 12 mark. And also the put-call ratio, despite it being weekly options expiry, has held above that 1.44 mark. Importantly, the Nifty July futures premium turned into a discount. So that was telling you that things were getting overheated and maybe there was consolidation on the cards. And the other big trigger was that the client positioning, which is the HNIs and some retail investors, were on the short side. So they usually get the near term right as well, 57% of their positions on the short side, whereas FIIs are 71% on the long side itself. Now, with the GIFT Nifty indicating a cut, let's see where the support comes in. As far as the options are concerned, 19,800 and 19,900 puts have both been active, both suggesting that the first important support zone for the market would be between 19,750 and 19,800 itself. In terms of individual stocks, let's watch out for Infosys. That will be the stock of the day. But the highest open interest at 1350 put suggests that 1330 to 1350 would be an important support to watch out for the stock, even as it opens lower. And Polycab, that stock's been on a dream run, continues the run. Yesterday entered the F&O ban and within one day is out of the ban as well.
All right, Mangalam, thanks for taking us through all of those cues from the futures and options space as well. With that, we are going to get into a short break. But when we, like we told you, it is all about earnings. Infosys and HUL will be reacting to their first quarter numbers, while big boy Reliance Industries will be posting its earnings post-market close today. So we're going to get you all of the details when we come back.